Who is Childs on the beat? Best producer in Louisiana. If you don't believe me, go to his YouTube page and check him out. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a dollar and a dream. And the message for tonight is, were you taught wrong? Were you taught wrong? I was having a conversation with a young man, 18 years old, and he's about to graduate high school. If he's not 18, he's finna turn 18. He's about to graduate high school, and he's talking about how he's about to go to school to be an engineer. And I can't remember exactly what type of engineer, but I know he said engineer. And he was like, he also wanted to get his CDL in the future to have a plan B. And I asked him, why do you need a plan B? And I don't think there's a such thing as a plan B. I don't believe in a plan B. I think what you do, you put all your marbles into your plan A, and you go after your goals and dreams. So many times in life, and especially in the black community, we're taught to play it safe. We're taught to not take chances. And we worry about criticism if we take a big chance. So if you want to accomplish your goal or dream, you worry, oh man, they're going to talk about me. But the people that's talking about you never accomplished their goal or dream. So why would you worry about what they have to say? Shouldn't worry about that. Put your all into your plan A. Forget a plan B. And while we was having this conversation, there was a young man there that knew me. And he basically was saying, well, Sidney, you have a plan B because you work a full-time job, you're a barber, you have your own clothing brand. Okay? I have a plan A, there's no plan B. My plan A is to be an entrepreneur. Okay? Now, my full-time job is helping me become an entrepreneur. Me being a barber is helping me become an entrepreneur. But there's only one goal, and that's to become an entrepreneur. And when I'm an entrepreneur, right, I have my clothing brand, which is a plan A. But there are other businesses that I want to own. There's property that I want to own. There's a lot of different things that I want to accomplish. I want to have a plan A. That's not a plan B. There's not a second option. I'm going to be an entrepreneur. Point blank plain. There's no plan B. And when you look at the successful people, I don't believe Michael Jordan had a plan B. I don't believe Kobe Bryant had a plan B. I don't believe Tom Brady had a plan B. I just heard something recently, and they was talking about how Tyler Perry put a lot of money into, he rented an auditorium for one of his plays. And I think it was like his last $10,000 that he put in. And he was expecting to get a packed house. And that many people didn't come. And off that decision, he ended up becoming homeless for a period of time. Where was the plan B at there? And look at Tyler Perry now. Look at the man that he's become. He went after his goals and he went after his dreams. There was no plan B. Think about Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey was homeless. He said several times all he was going to be is a comedian. He said he did his first comedy show. He said after he received a $50 prize, he cried. He said he cried. And he told the person he was riding with, this is the day I found out what my dream is and what I'm going to be. And he did everything he could to become a comedian. And he said he was homeless for a couple of years, if I'm not mistaken. And he ended up accomplishing that goal and that dream. So many times in the black community, we're taught to play it safe. When you bet safe, you get safe results. You bet big, you get big results. So I don't believe in a plan B. And I believe that we were taught wrong to do that. I believe we were taught wrong to believe that education is better than ownership. So what a lot of kids do, you say, what do you want to be when you grow up? And they say, well, I want to basically have a job. I want to go to school and get a career. No problem with that. I'm all for that. But why don't we say, hey, how about at the end of the day, I become a nurse and then I own my own, or my husband own his own private hospital or private clinic. As a doctor, why don't you, hey, I want to own that. I want to own my own private clinic. Why don't we at the end of the day say, well, hey, I'm going into business management, right? And once I get the degree, hey, how about I try to own something? And then use that degree toward what I own. We don't do that. We get degrees to work jobs and to make somebody else's dream come true. Why don't we put our money into ourselves? Why don't we put our education into ourselves? Why do we have to put it into someone else? Why do we got to have our hand out and fill out applications and expecting someone to give us a job? We can create our own economy. Why don't we? Why do you feel, and why were you, when I believe you was taught wrong, because we're taught to go get a job instead of getting a business. Why are we taught at a young age, hey, start a business? We're never taught that. We're always taught, get a good job, stay on your job, have a good attitude, stay out of trouble. We're never taught, hey, how about you create a business? I have a niece and a nephew. My nephew is 9, my niece is 11. And I teach them at a young age how to make money, how to create their own income. They don't have to wait till they're 18 and 16 to get a job. They can go out there and make their own money. See, we don't teach that, especially in the black community. We don't teach that. We teach our kids, okay, well, when you turn 16, you get a job. Well, okay, well, you're 12. You tell me you don't know what to do to make a couple dollars? We need to teach our kids that. We need to teach our kids how to make money. Teach them at the end of the day, you don't always have to go get a job. Then it's another thing. When our kids get of age, let's stop kicking them out soon as they turn 18. Kick them out to the wolves, put them out here in this cold world. Why don't we give them an opportunity to, hey, you want to start a business? Okay, let's start that business. If you want to go to school, okay, we're going to give you a period of time to go after that. What we do, we kick them out. Now they never have the opportunity to dream. They never have the opportunity to go after their goals. They don't, because we don't give them the opportunity. We have to get to a point to start giving our younger generation the opportunity to grow, to develop, to build. But we don't teach our youth that. We don't teach the kids that. And that's a huge problem. Were you taught wrong because your parents taught you to be an individual instead of having a family? In our culture, you have black men and black women. And you have black men saying that they're not looking for wives because of them being hurt or whatever the case may be. And you have our black women saying they're strong and independent and they don't need a man. And at the end of the day, the best way for you to accumulate wealth, the best way that you can pretty much be sure that you won't be in poverty, is by being married. Being married. Because now you have two sources of income coming into a home. When you look at every other race that financially does better than the black community, is one major thing that they do. they build families. And in our community, we're not taught to build families. We're taught to be individuals. We're taught, go get that job. We're taught, hey, be able to take care of yourself. But we never taught, hey man, be able to deal with that woman. Be able to deal with that man. Be able to work with that woman. Be able to work with that man. We're not taught that. So when you look at immigrants that come here, what do they normally do? They bring a culture here. In America, the black community, we don't really have a true culture. And the culture that we do kind of have is crazy. Because in our culture, it's taught to be individuals. We're not taught to work together. And because of that, that's why we're at the bottom financially, and we're going to continue to be at the bottom until we understand that you need 2 people in a household, not 1. This world is not designed for 1 person to take care of a household. It's designed for 2. It's designed for a husband and a wife to be in a household and raise their children. What it's designed for. We have to get back to that. We have to get back to working with one another. We have to get back to those traditional values that we left behind. Because the values that we have nowadays, they're not working. It's not working. It's not working. We make more money now than we ever did, but the wealth in the black community is not going up. That's a problem. Huge problem. Were you taught wrong to believe that the white man won't let you have? You believe that the white man won't let you succeed. See, what you're taught a lot of times is that, well, anytime you come up some, there's going to be a white man that's going to try to tear you down. But you know what's so crazy? There's also going to be a black man going to try to tear you down too. But see, you put at the end of the day another race superior to you. And why do you do that? You don't have to do that. You don't. You have the opportunity to do whatever you choose to do. You have the opportunity to dream and to be the best version of yourself that you can possibly become. Nothing's stopping you. You keep thinking that another race is better than you. Why? Because you allow them to be better than you? They don't have to be better than you. You can go after your goals and your dreams. If you want to start a business, okay, and you say, hey man, I want to take, let's just say you want to take a couple $1,000s and start whatever business you want to start. How does a white man stop you from doing that? You're not stopped. You have the same opportunity everyone else has. Okay? Let me change what I said because I was wrong. You have an opportunity. I'm not going to say it's the same, but you have an opportunity. What are you going to do about that? At the end of the day, you can easily start a business. What's stopping you from starting that business? You. And then you say, oh well, they ain't gonna allow me. Or anytime a black man start coming up, there's always gonna be a white man trying to tear him down. Well, let me explain something to you. I just did a previous video. In the previous video, I just got through telling you problems are gonna always come in your life, no matter what. You cannot stop problems. What you can do, you can avoid problems that you create. You can avoid that. But problems, they're going to always come in your life. So just like a white man going to, at the end of the day, do something, there's going to be a black man that's going to do something. There's going to be a Mexican man or whatever else you want to call it that's going to try to do something. But we was taught that. See what I'm saying? We was taught that. And now we've been limited because of that. I don't believe another race is better than me. I don't believe because of the color of your skin you're superior to me. I don't believe that. I believe at the end of the day, if I put my all and I grind and I go after my plan A, I believe I can get. So far in my life I've been able to get, and I'm just getting started. Were you taught wrong by believing that the good people lose and the bad people win? I heard a young man was talking to me and he told me that he think that the bad guy always win or get the money. But my thing is this, okay? At the end of the day, I don't do wrong to people. I don't go around stealing from people. I'm doing okay for myself. I'm not complaining. I'm doing okay. But what about you? Are you that person that had that mindset because of what you was taught? That everybody that's rich is evil? Everybody that's wealthy is wicked? Why do you gotta believe that? Why can't you believe that they might know something about money that you don't know? They might know something about business that you don't know. Why can't you think that way? That's a possibility. But if you was taught wrong, you're taught to envy people that have money. You're taught to envy people that goes after success. You're taught to envy people that go after their goals and dreams because at the end of the day, they're disciplined and you're not. But you have the same opportunity if you decide to become more disciplined. Were you taught to take and never give? The biggest givers in the world are the wealthiest. When you go to the hood, all you see is take, take, take. That's what you see. When you see the grass up high, when you see the houses not painted, the houses not kept up, when you see robbing, stealing, killing, taking. When you kill someone, you take a life. When you're robbing, you're taking from someone. When you're stealing, you're taking from someone. You see what I'm saying? All it is taking. And then at the end of the day, we sit there and we wonder like, man, why is there no money in the hood? Because all the people in the hood, all they do is take their resources. They're not pouring into the hood. At the end of the day, what if you see a little kid at the corner, okay, at the bus stop, and you know off top, he don't have lunch money? Do you sit there and just give a couple people $1 at the bus stop, or do you just keep on kicking? You can give. Did you choose to give or you choose not to? And see, this is what normally happens in our community. Hard work is cool, but at some point, you have to think yourself to wealth. When do you get to a point of thinking and understanding that, yeah, I work hard and I grind? Because see, we was taught that. We was taught to work hard. We was taught to grind. We was taught to go after our goals and our goals. We was taught that, hey, you want something? Work hard, work hard, work hard. But we was never taught to use our brain. We was never taught to imagine. We was never taught to fully dream. We was never taught to go after our dreams. Because we was always taught, hey, have a plan B. We were never taught to do that. We wasn't taught, hey, you can do whatever you put your mind to, and fully taught that. Because we was always taught, hey, has plan B, be safe, be on the safe side. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. In some certain areas, I believe that. But when it comes to your dream, you got to put your all into that basket. Go after your goals. Go after your dreams. Could it be possible that we was taught wrong? And if you don't like the results you've been getting in your life, change them. Because just because you were taught that doesn't mean you got to spend the rest of your life with that same mindset. I looked at my life and I looked at the people that came before me and I looked at what I was taught. My people meant well what they taught me, but they only taught me what they knew. They did the best that they could. But what if their best is not my best? What do I do then? What do you do then? What if your mom and dad best is not your best? Are you going to just go along with what they taught you? But what if your parents was teenagers in the 70s and 80s? And now you still trying to have the mindset that they had in the 70s and 80s? They didn't have the same opportunity that we have today. We owe it to them to do more. See, I believe we was taught wrong, but I don't believe at the end of the day that it was their fault. They only can teach you what they know. So because of that, and now you hear their speech, what do? Do you adjust? Do you change? Do you stay the same? Because most people, they're going to stay the same. Because at the end of the day, no matter what they want to believe and think, all they know is the wrong that they was taught. My name is Sidney Combs, and I'm a young entrepreneur from Shreveport, Louisiana with a daughter and a dream. I would like for everyone to like this video, subscribe to my page. I'm not asking you for a cash out. I'm not asking you for PayPal. All I'm asking you to do is like and subscribe to my page. That would be greatly appreciated. Who is Chives on the beat, the best producer in Louisiana? Help him by liking and subscribing to his page. And if you're an up and coming rapper, check his beats out. Go to his, he has his own website. Go to his website and check him out. He can help you out. He can get you what you need. You was taught wrong. What are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna change? Are you gonna elevate? Or are you gonna stay the same?